let's have a quick check-in to share how we each did with our goal last week. So we're not going to break down the
So
group.
start
We're just going to talk about our goals
the
and how we did
conversation
last
with this
week.
class.
So I can go first. My goal is to eat healthy every day.
Oh, okay.
That's my goal, and I didn't do that. So I'm still working on it, trying to get better. I made a chocolate cake, but it was made out of almond flour, so I don't think that was that bad. So I've been trying these new brand of cakes that are made out of almond flour and arrowroot.
How did it turn out?
It turned out pretty good. It's my second time making it. But I made a taco too. But it was okay. I'm still working at it.
That's funny. Anybody else?
What did you do last week?
There.
Chris, did
Nope.
you want to go? Does everybody know Chris from the first week? Kevin does it. Kevin is Chris.
Oh.
And Chris missed a couple weeks, but he's back with us. Chris, this is Kevin in Dallas, our other students.
Oh, he lives in Dallas?
No, his name is Doc. I'm trying to go into. What was the question again?
How did you do on a goal? Remember we
Oh,
talked about goals.
my goal. I went to a massage therapist.
Oh, good. Okay.
That sounds nice.
Yeah,
So you got a good massage?
you gotta get a massage.
Yeah, I need one.
All right. And we'll be checking goals next week. And remember at the beginning of class, Chris, you talked about YouTube self-study.
YouTube self-study. Yeah, YouTube self-study. I studied YouTube for 6 days out of the week last week, and studied it to where there's music, there's movies, there's acoustic stuff on there,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it. I got out of YouTube my studying from that YouTube.
Okay. Kevin, how did you do on your goal?
I was able to go on 3 walks like the last week.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about the same.
That's fairly healthy. Actually, they say that if you exercise 3 days a week at least, that's not bad. That's good, actually. What about you, Dallas?
I didn't know what day, but I was really trying to eat healthier. But I'm not doing so
Did you get cake?
Yeah, I'm eating everything inside.
I mean,
I am emotionally eating to like disintegrate.
Oh no.
You're eating what?
I'm emotionally eating.
Oh,
I
that's
know how
hard.
that is. Yeah,
I
it is.
understand that too.
That's rough.
And then Halloween and the kids candy.
Oh,
Halloween! Were they doing the candy thing?
Kit
Yeah,
Kat.
it was hilarious. It was hilarious. He went trick or treating, and he went to this one house. He went to 2 houses. One of them was like giving him handfuls, and then he went to another house, and they said just have the whole bag. And it was like one of those humongous Costco bags, and they gave him like the whole bag of the candy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of that. Coming back home, it's gang.
I'm changed. Well, my goal was to do 2 hours of crafting for 5 days a week. And I think I made like 4 hours of crafting on one day. And today I got about 45 minutes in. So I guess it's going to balance out.
That's pretty good, Carla. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're all done with that and we all shared, I appreciate everyone for now we're going to move on to types of relationships.
Oh, that's me. Maybe set my timer. Okay. Turn to worksheet 1, lesson 4. It looks like this.
Oh, okay. Worksheet 4.
Worksheet 1, lesson 4.
Lesson 4. Lesson 4. Sheet 4. Lesson.
In our lives, we have many different types of relationship. The worksheet lists 7 types of relationship, but you may think of other categories.
2 already. Lesson for 1.
We're going to take a few minutes to fill out this worksheet. Scan the different relationship categories and write down the name or names of people that come to mind. Don't worry if you need to leave one or more of the areas blank. And there's acquaintances, co-workers or colleagues, care providers, interest groups, close friends, family, and romantic and intimate relationships. And if you want to leave any of those areas blank, that's okay. Everybody done?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Kevin's still working.
I'm done.
You done? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm alright.
Is it okay? Did anything surprise you as you were completing the worksheet?
No.
Nothing surprised you, okay?
Other than I put none on some of them.
What now?
I put none on some, couple of them.
You put no on some
None.
of them?
None.
None on some of them, that's fine.
Okay.
You may be surprised at the number of people you listed, more or fewer than expected, or how hard it was to fit someone into a category.
Yeah.
Having a mental health condition can make it especially difficult to make and keep friends,
Yes.
so this issue might come up. What might get in the way of connecting with people in some of these categories?
I would say get the question again. It was like
What might get in the way of connecting with people in some of these categories?
connecting people with some of the categories.
Connecting.
Oh, connecting.
Connecting.
Oh, like I would say like a workers program or something.
Okay. Anybody else?
Communication barriers.
Okay. What things do you or might you do to stay connected to the people you listed?
Worker support.
Okay. Kevin or Dallas, do you have anything to add?
I guess it would be like spending time, because I can just kind of shut everybody out, like unintentionally, intentionally. So
Some of us isolate, don't we? I know I do that. I'd rather crap than come out of my hole for days on end. If I could make that goal to crap 12 hours a day, I would. So I understand, Kevin. What about you, Dallas? What have other people done to help you stay connected to them?
They reach out to me.
They reach out to you? Then are you able to respond?
Well,
Yeah,
I respond.
you do respond. Does it help when they reach out to you?
yes.
Yeah. Helps me too when people respond. How about you, Ivania?
What have people done to help me or help to stay connected to them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Dallas said, reach out to me, give me a telephone call or send me a text or an email
Yeah.
just to stay in the loop.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for participating. I really appreciate every comment. Okay, is that topic pretty covered? Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about from the worksheet? No?
No.
Everybody's good?
Pretty good.
Okay, well then, Ivania, you're up.
Okay, so healthy and unhealthy relationships. Will someone please volunteer to read the definition of relationships at the top of worksheet 2?
Worksheet 2.
There are a variety of ways to describe relationships. The following information comes from Washington. All lesson. Relationships are a necessary part of living, but there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. Relationships from acquaintances to romances have the potential to enrich our lives and add to our enjoyment of life. However, these same relationships cause discomfort, sometimes are hostile.
Thank you, Dallas. Let's take a few minutes to discuss relationships, starting with healthy relationships. A healthy relationship for me would be someone treating me with respect and me treating that person with respect. It would be mutual respect. Anybody else?
And you've got some
Honesty.
examples there, and what are
Honesty.
the signs of a healthy relationship? We can just pick and choose
Okay, so
some
what
of
are
the
the signs?
bullets.
What are the signs of a healthy relationship? A healthy relationship is one that brings more happiness to stress into our lives. Healthy relationships include mutual respect, trust, honesty, support, fairness, equality, separate identities, good communication, a sense of playfulness, and fondness. And I I just provided one from my own life, what I felt a healthy relationship is. So now we're going to look at unhealthy relationship. Or let's talk a little bit more about any healthy relationship. We take care of ourselves and have high self-esteem, independent of the relationship, maintain and respect each other's individuality, maintain relationships with friends and family, have activities apart from one another, express ourselves to one another without fear of consequences, feel secure and comfortable, allow and encourage other relationships.
That's a healthy relationship.
These are unhealthy relationships.
Those are healthy. Unhealthy is on the back.
So now we're going to look at what a healthy relationship looks like. And what are the signs of an unhealthy relationship? And a healthy relationship is one that brings more stress and happiness to our lives. The tension in this type of relationship can become unhealthy for both members of the relationship and lead to problems in other areas of life. While in an unhealthy relationship, we neglect ourselves or the other person, feel pressure to change who we are for the other person, feel pressure to quit activities we enjoy, feel worried when we disagree with the other person, push the other person into agreeing with us or changing to suit us better, have to justify our actions, for example, where we go, who we see, feel pressured or forced to have sex, have a lack of privacy, refuse to use safe sex methods, do not settle arguments fairly, yell or become physically violent during an argument, try to control or manipulate one another, feel control, don't make time to spend with one another, have no common friends or lack respect for each other's friends and family, control resources unequally, for example, food, money, home, car, etc. Many relationships have a combination of healthy and unhealthy characteristics. When we recognize unhealthy characteristics in a relationship, we have an opportunity to make changes that benefit both parties. Or we may decide to end a relationship that isn't good for us any longer. If you suspect that you're in an unhealthy or abusive relationship, there are resources that you can access. National Domestic Violence Hotline, and RAIN, Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network.
Does anybody have any examples or experiences with either healthy or unhealthy relationships you'd like to bring up based on some of the reading? I've had both. I've had both healthy and unhealthy relationships. I was in an abusive relationship way back in 1991 and 2, ended in 93. I felt forced to be engaged to this person, and it took me 8 times to get rid of the engagement ring and cancel the wedding. But this person was abusive to me. And now I'm in a healthy relationship with someone that does not demand that I see him any particular amount of time. We see each other maybe 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week, and it's open-ended, and it's just fine. And there's mutual respect on both sides.
I had breakups.
You've had breakups?
Yeah, like people broke up with me, like different women.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's something to get through, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 I've had a lot of.
You've had a lot of what?
Just like my friends growing up, like I got to a certain point, and our adult age we went to school together. It just got really weird and bad. They were just bullies after a certain point. So, and I just like
Bullying?
Huh?
I missed a word you said. They were just what? How does it
They were bullies.
Bullied. Oh, you've been bullied. Okay.
Yeah. they would just bully me to hang out with them, spend time with them. It was just kind of weird. So it's just like I'm just trying, I just doing my own thing. I'll get back to you. So it was like that with like a lot of people. And just like this past year, I was cut off the last person that was from that area of my life. So
That's something to survive, isn't it?
it was weird. I didn't know that. I thought I was under the idea and perception that I was being a good friend, being around them, even though I didn't want to. All they do is party and it's just drugs and just they were mean.
I see.
I'm away from you now, so that's what matters.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Dallas, do you have any examples? Either healthy or unhealthy relationships? What now?
In the past, I was in a healthy relationship.
Oh, uh-huh.
I got out of it. Took a long time.
It does take a long time. Vivani, do you have anything to add?
I've been in a bad relationship. I was married and it wasn't a good relationship. And it took 7 years to get away, to separate from that relationship. I think both parties were happy.
Are you happier now?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. Want me to go ahead, Carla? There's one more.
Your turn.
There's one more little thing. Like many other things, relationships need to be maintained. This applies to all the types of relationships we discussed earlier, including work, friendships, family, and romantic relationships. Each relationship is most likely a combination of healthy and unhealthy characteristics. After break, we'll go over some communication skills that can help with maintaining healthy relationships. Next, we'll go to appreciate yourself first.
Okay, we're gonna do one more thing before break. Oh, is it my turn? Am I leader two?
You're leader 2.
Okay, we're gonna do worksheet 3. Looks like this. Everybody got it?
Yes.
Could I have a volunteer to read that top paragraph of that page?
I lost you.
Chris wants to, okay.
Relationships include our relationship with others, ourselves. Having low self-esteem or feeling that we don't have value can make it hard to acknowledge the things the things that we do well in life. By learning and to appreciate what we do well, we can remind ourselves that we are worthy of the effort and respect of others.
Thank you. We want you to take a few minutes to think about something that you appreciate about yourself and write it in the workbook, in the worksheet. The things that you list can be big or small. They might include a compliment that you've received from someone else. I wrote that I am a loving and responsible pet owner. I'm good to both the dog and the cat that live with me. I think I am most of the time anyway. I want to be good to them.
I put I have good intentions for others.
That's good, yeah.
I put a compliment. I have nice hair.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I make art and I think I'm a good artist, so.
Oh wow! Is that some of your art on the wall behind you?
Yeah, my mom liked what I made, so she decided to frame it. So it's really nice.
Okay, you are a good artist. That's
Nice.
very impressive work behind you.
Yeah, it looks
Precious.
professional.
Very professional.
Thanks, you guys.
Wow.
Is it watercolor or oils? What kind of painting is it?
It's a water.
You do watercolor?
It's like watercolor? Watercolor?
Watercolor.
Watercolor.
Is that right?
It's
You heard me
watercolor.
right. It's watercolor. Well, I admire watercolor artists. I never could get good at watercolor because the paint just drips with water. I don't know what to do with it. Dallas, what about you?
Feeling pretty dependable. I say I'm going to do something next year. You can trust that I will be there.
All right. That's a very admirable quality.
It is.
All right. What was easy or hard about this activity? Anybody?
What was the question?
What was easy or hard about this activity?
Oh, it's actually was pretty easy because it was like we learned about what everyone has said.
And everybody's good at it. Huh?
Yes.
It's hard.
It's hard for me to keep myself.
Sure. Is that a self-esteem issue, do you think?
Well, I know I'm good at things, but like, I don't often. I'm kind of pessimistic, or I have very. My wife calls me maybe a down cow. You know, because I always just very down all the time. So I always think I do things good, not great. You know, it's always good, not great.
Yeah, I had a problem for years saying that I was good at something because I was afraid I was showing too much ego. But it's really okay to say, hey, I like doing such and such and I do a good job. It's okay to say that and know that about yourself. Now, just as I said, I would not be a good watercolor artist, but I am pretty good at rubber stamping. And I enjoy that. That's what I do the most on my cards. What about you, Kevin? Was it easy or hard to do this activity?
I mean, my fallback for what I am confident in is making art. So in that sense, it's easy. But I think I might have a hard time labeling or I don't know, admitting other good qualities because either I want to be humble or I would deny that I have other good qualities. Maybe that's from. I think it's just being hard on myself because I wanna kind of look. I want to improve. So if I maybe I'll settle if I'm like, oh, I'm good at all these things or whatnot.
Well, the average person is good at some things and weaker in other areas. And the trick is to identify where we're strong and where we need more learning. And if we want to learn more about our weak areas, I have no desire to watercolor, for example. I have no desire to work in clay, so I will never be a potter because I don't want to be. but I love making cards and beads and jewelry, and I'm willing to learn in those areas anytime. And I love animals and care very deeply for animals. More than humans sometimes.
That's normal.
I think we can move on. Let me see, what else do I need to say? I thank you all for your feelings and for your honesty and your expression of self-doubt. I understand that. Appreciating positive things about ourselves is a skill that takes practice. Alright, we're going to take our 15-minute break. We'll come back at 3:50. 10 minutes to 4.
Okay.
You gonna break, Carla?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here like nothing ever happened. Just going blank in my mind. Yeah, I'll go on break.
Okay, I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay.
Wrong break.
Break time. Everybody's on break.